Good afternoon, fitness folks. I hope that you're having a fabulous day. Today I'm going to give a brief monologue about nutrition. Now, a lot of people put too much emphasis on the training, and of course, training is very important. The thing is that while you're not training, your body heals. And the nutrients that you put into your body have a great effect on how well you heal and how thoroughly you heal, and whether you're going to grow or whether you're not going to grow, you're going to get hurt. A lot of times we think that we get hurt for overtraining. That's not necessarily the case. Sometimes we get an injury because we do not eat appropriately and our body is not nourished. Your joints, your muscles, all your connective tissue, your nervous system itself needs to be fed appropriately. I'm going to give a brief 101 on nutrition. Okay? Now, a lot of people in fitness concentrate on your macronutrient. Macro, what the word means is that, in essence, a lot of. Meaning that you need to eat a lot of this nutrient. Macronutrients are three things: fats, carbohydrates, and protein. You need several grams of these daily. Now, the general consensus is that you need 1 gram of protein for every pound you weigh. Ergo, if you weigh 150 pounds, you need 150 grams of protein daily. That's to maintain. Now, of course, it fluctuates from individual to individual, but that is the general consensus that nutritionists and scientists have found throughout the years of a lot of case studies. What you want for your carbohydrates is usually 2 to 3 times that, and for your fats, a little bit less than that, about 1/3 of that. Okay, so if you have to consume a lot of macronutrients, what about the micronutrients? Micronutrients is something that you need very little. Micro means tiny amount. Now, micronutrients are usually vitamins and minerals, meaning that you don't need a lot of them. Okay? You need the micronutrients, you just don't need large amounts of micronutrients. Micronutrients are vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, D, these type of vitamins, and minerals. You have so many of them. What I want you to understand, I'm going to cover this briefly. Vitamins usually come in most foods and vegetables, some meats, and the food source that you have is usually perishable, meaning that the vitamins can go bad. The fresher you get them, the better, just like in your macronutrient. Minerals, some people have a misconception that they go bad. A mineral cannot go bad. It's just like you have iron or magnesium in the ground. It could stay there for centuries and it's not going to diminish. You have your minerals, like I say, you have iron, sodium, potassium, magnesium, manganese, copper. These are all micronutrients. You need them in very small amounts. In fact, if you get them in large amounts, they can become toxic in your body. They cannot go bad. Minerals cannot go bad. Vitamins can go bad, and they can, what you call perishables. Minerals don't. Whether it's in the earth or whether it's in the drink you drink or in the food you eat, minerals stay the same. It's simple science. Now, the next part of my monologue on nutrition shall be on macros versus micro. which are more important. There's not one which is more important. You do need the macro to subsist, no doubt. But the micronutrients are ridiculously important. And I'm going to tell you how they work together. I want you to think about it in terms of a machine or a car. Okay? You need gasoline for a car, right? That would be probably your carbohydrates that you use it for energy, right? You need a motor, and you need your wheels, right? Okay? You need your transmission. Let's compare that to the macronutrient. Okay? Very important, the motor. Okay? Very important, your transmission. Very important, your gasoline. However, you can think of your micronutrients as all the wiring, your computer, your signal lights, all these things that comprise the rest of your car. Your spark plug, your distributor wires, your ignition, the key. You could have an entire car, but if you don't have the key, the car's not even going to start. So when you have your, for example, I'll give you a really good example, B-complex vitamin. Many of you may not know, but what you use your B-complex vitamins is to process your carbohydrates, your proteins, and your fat. Can you process them without the B-complex vitamin? You can, but not as efficiently and not as proficiently. So these are things that I will cover in more detail in future episodes, but I just want you to understand the basics. Micronutrients, macronutrients, they're both important in fitness so that you have an optimal body.